This is in Zigui in Hubei.
Yeah, it starts with a Z.
Yes.
Z.
So the wild thing about this is it looks like you're looking at some fields terraced on a mountain, as they do in Hubei.
You know what I like is, you know the little X road that's going up there?
Yeah.
Which is basically the...
Love this.
X road means rural road.
Yes.
Okay? And it stands for what? Xia road. So basically like rural countryside road. These little concrete things that farmers basically build, I guess, or the local government.
Like concrete slabs.
Yeah. And they're awesome to ride motorcycles on.
Yeah.
And you can see how nice it winds up, that mountain. But I'll tell you what.
It winds down pretty quick, too.
Yeah.
Watch the side of a mountain disappear. It's absolutely wild. And I'll tell you why it's even more wild than you're anticipating in a second. I'm going to show you on that.
I wouldn't want to be on that.
Look at this. The whole thing moves down. The whole mountain.
Yeah, the whole side of the mountain just disappears already.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
It just disappears.
Yeah.
So you know what's crazy about this?
What?
I want to show you where this is on the map. And you guys, even if you're not into geography, this is going to be very important to you.
Yeah, this is in the Zigui, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to zoom in here.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to see.
Enhance.
Enhance. Let's enhance this image.
See the reflection in the eye.
Yes. We can pinpoint
You move over to
location.
the left. Enhance.
You see this?
Enhance.
I want you to pause that right there real quick. What is that? Do you see that line in the river there?
That's not...
By the way, I just zoomed into Zigui where this happened, right?
Yeah, so it's somewhere in this little area here.
Yes. Do you see that line there?
Is that the Three Gorges Dam?
That is the Three Gorges Dam.
The Three Gorges Dam is in Chongqing.
It's not gorgeous, by the way.
No, but
It's
it
the
is
Three
the Three Gorges Dam.
Yeah, the Three Gorges.
Zigui County is a county in western Hubei Province, People's Republic of China. It is under the administration of the prefecture-level city of Yiqiang and encompasses the easternmost portion of the Yangtze River gorges, including Xilang Gorge. Why don't you zoom in there a little bit more, or at least move around a little bit? Yeah, that is the Three Gorges Dam.
Is that the actual Three Gorges Dam, or is it a precursor dam?
That is the actual Three Gorges Dam.
That's the Three Gorges Dam?
See that?
Oh, it says Three Gorges Dam. It actually is the Three Gorges Dam.
Yeah, that's where that just happened.
And you know what? I see the Three Gorges scenic spot where we've had a bunch of shills go and take propaganda pictures last time there was a flood thing, remember?
Yeah, and they said it was totally fine.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look how amazing this is. What a pity they weren't standing on that. Never mind.
Don't say that. It's a joke.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Anyway.
Pity they weren't standing nearby to get better footage. Yes.
Then they have to put it out and tell the truth.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we meant.
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
Put a pork in.
Yeah, certainly will. Okay. Anyway, look, that's terrifying, by the way. For anyone who knows about the Three Gorges Dam, it is China's biggest, what would you even call it? Like,
it's the biggest dam
project.
in the world.
Yeah, it's their biggest pride.
Yeah.
The Chinese government. And in order to do it, they destroyed so much nature and so many people's lives because so many villages and towns and things were flooded because of this.
1.3 million people were literally displaced immediately after during construction of this. It put entire ancient villages and towns and cities underwater. Millions of people worth, right?
Yeah.
But I'll do you one even better. This horrible thing that could possibly happen if this kind of stuff keeps happening, these floods and these cracks and all this stuff that you hear about with the Three Gorges Dam all the time.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a big skeptic on the whole like, oh, it's gonna collapse.
No, yeah.
But if it did, and if this kind of perpetual rainfall and perpetual landslides keeps affecting the integrity of this area, 300. Let me pull up the stat. Over 300 million, almost 400 million people live in the watershed of the Three Gorges Dam. 400 million people, the population of the United States of America, the whole country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a quarter of the population of China.
Yeah.
Right? Is affected by this. If this were to go, it'd be unbelievable devastation.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. Ecological collapse and devastation.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There are a lot of people, and like you say, China hawks and so on, who keep going on about, hey, the Three Gorges Dam, it's going to collapse, it's going to cause all this. I'm of the opinion that it's such an important thing for the Chinese government that they will ensure that no matter what, they will spend every last cent of the government's money to ensure that it doesn't collapse.
I agree.
So they're constantly keeping it going up. Even if they have to go put Band-Aids on it, they'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So
I'm of the same opinion.
I don't think it'll collapse, but at the same time, seeing these landslides so close to it is very concerning. And seeing the huge amount of floods that China has every year, it might actually just barrel out of their control.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can't control the weather, even though China tries with all its cloud seeding and stuff. You cannot actually control the weather.
Well, Mao, a lot of current China policy, people don't understand this, but current China policy is because of Chairman Mao's kind of ideology.
Yeah.
Because remember, the whole crux of how China was built and their current political situation was Mao's writings, right?
Yeah.
And Mao was obsessed with controlling nature. He hated nature so much, and that's partially why China is very ugly now.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of the beauty has been industrialized and also just destroyed on purpose, so that a road or a bridge or a dam, he was obsessed with dams and bridges.
Yeah.
These things were built haphazardly everywhere just to control nature. He was so obsessed with it. His favorite adage was, this villager has to walk around a mountain. It takes him hours, right, every day. But he spends the rest of his life destroying the mountain so that he can have a direct path to where he needs to go. Even though it took him his whole life, it was worth it.
Sure.
Mao.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is crazy to think about, but that's a lot of how China operates. And I think it's for people that want to understand China, you have to look kind of at how China's constitution, all this stuff was written.
Yeah.
And it's under his kind of guidance, and it's really bad ideas.
Maybe just move closer to wherever you're walking to every day. Just build a house there. Another thing we've been seeing lately is a lot of people talking about how China's semiconductor industry and their chip building is improving and becoming amazing because of Western sanctions. So here's a quick little trick that they like to pull. China has been stealing intellectual property for decades. We all know that. Okay?
Trillions of dollars.
Every single piece of Chinese technology is based on something else. They haven't invented anything yet. Not one thing. Nothing in the recent years. They're very good at making things, very good at improving on things and utilizing existing technologies, but they haven't made anything themselves. Do you think China invented electric cars? No. Did they invent computers? No. Did they invent electricity? No. Did they invent any... Other than the ancient technologies of the compass and the printing press and so on, there hasn't been a modern invention that's come out of China. No. Just saying that as a fact so people know. So what's been happening is they've been stealing all the IP as far as chips are concerned. They've been using foreign chip fabbing equipment. So they buy stuff from, the Netherlands, they buy stuff from wherever, and they use that technology. They license the chips, they buy chips from companies and so on. Now, the USA started to put sanctions against them so that they cannot get their hands on certain equipment, which they cannot manufacture themselves.
It's been devastating.
Yeah, and they cannot get a hold of certain chips, which they cannot manufacture themselves. So now they're in this really weird position where they've got this massive manufacturing powerhouse. They can pump anything out they want, but they cannot make the very important chips that they need to power these devices. They can make like low-level chips. That's easy enough, right? Anyone with a breadboard can make a, low-level chip. But China cannot do the high-end stuff. So this is how they've tried to combat it. They've been sending out propaganda and getting their shills to do it and stuff to say, if you don't give us your technology, we are going to then figure out how to do it ourselves, and we're going to get better than you, and we're not going to have to rely on you. In other words, please lift the sanctions. We don't know what we're doing. We can't do it ourselves. That's
see this with both Russia and China is like whenever you see propaganda, not just propaganda, but social media from shills, like their shill brigade, and you see this with Russia in particular, and then now China a lot.
Yeah.
You see this, if you say like the sanctions are backfiring, it's over.
Yes.
When they're incentivized to put out that content, you know that it's working, right?
If it wasn't an issue, if they really didn't have an issue with it, they wouldn't say anything. Yeah. They wouldn't be pulling the strings of those little puppets to go like, oh yeah, your sanctions suck because now we're more powerful. They wouldn't be saying that.
This is called barking loudly.
Yes, right. Barking loudly, exactly. Anyway, so this is just an article which I believe we've linked below as well.
Yes.
China's having to build a semiconductor industry from old machines, analysts said. And I'm still trying to figure out what Quilter Chavoy is. I guess it's a company he works for. Yeah, this is kind of a weird name. Badminton, believe it or not, is incredibly popular in China.
It is. Why would we not believe that, though?
Because it's not popular anywhere else. Hunting camouflage, personal dress-up shorts, tactical training skirt, for men's Scottish kilt.
Look at the photo they
What is
used.
this?
I just love that he's wearing a dress.
He's wearing a dress, and it looks like he's wearing like a bra.
Like, I don't think we took that in. That is absolutely absurd.
Fidget spinner, knife, outdoor folding blade, stainless steel camping knife, military knives, but it's got a knuckle duster built in, so you can like punch someone, and then at the same time as you're punching them, sever your own artery or bicep, you know.
Can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs.